Hey, we're at the Daily Line. Jarvis Symes here looking at NHL action. We had a great game last night facing all doubt. People getting ready to write off the Montreal Canadiens. They were down 2-0 in the series, and they'd been shut out in back-to-back games. What do? They come out, they got on the board early against Michael Leighton, and once they cracked the safe, they just kept pouring it on. Right down to the finish with Montreal. I liked it. 5-on-3, man advantage. Popped another one. Hey, anyone who bet the over yesterday got a little bit of a gift there when Flyers lost their discipline late. 5-on-3, Montreal potted that goal late. It was good to see if you bet the over. I was on the Canadiens for my play yesterday, so I was happy to bank that one as well. We move on to tonight's action. We've got San Jose at Chicago. Blackhawks laying 150. That line has edged down just a little bit. It was 155 for the last couple of days. The total has held steady at 5.5 over 20. I'm going to have a play on the total for you. Blackhawks lead this series 2-0. A lot of people, again, ready to write off the San Jose Sharks. But remember, San Jose is already into uncharted territory, or unsafe waters, if you will, for Sharks fans, because they're actually in round 3, and they actually gave people the impression that they had a chance here. Do they have a chance? Well, we're going to have to see. This is a little different than the Montreal Canadiens situation, because going down 2-0 and then going home is a little different than going down 2-0 and then having to travel to Chicago, where the Blackhawks, if I'm not mistaken, had 29 home wins this year, which was second only to the Vancouver Canucks in the Western Conference. I think third overall, just the Capitals had more. So Chicago, so far in the playoffs, have struggled at home ice. They're 3-3 overall. They've been outscored 19-14. But I looked at that 19-14, and it makes me think back. The Blackhawks lost Game 1 of each series versus Nashville in the first round and Vancouver in the second. I watched that Vancouver game closely. It was a 5-1 final, and if I'm not mistaken, the Game 1 against Nashville was somewhere in the 4-1 range. So you factor in those two games, that's a lot of scoring that Chicago gave up in Game 1 of those two series. Well, what did they do? They came back and they won the series. You can blame Joel Quenneville, you can blame the rest of the coaching staff, or you can blame the rest of the Blackhawk players for not knowing how to get up for a new series. Maybe they just don't quite know how to prepare. You can watch all the film in the world, but playoff series are different. So what have they done? They've come back. They've won both series. Well, coming on the road in this one, after beating Vancouver, they went down to San Jose and they handed the Sharks a couple of losses. They've obviously made adjustments. They won 2 games on the road in a building that's very difficult to play in, mind you. And now they're coming back home. Blackhawks players are staying in hotels. They're trying to shake this up and make it have a road feel, because Chicago's got an unbelievable road record in the playoffs. This is a dangerous spot for San Jose. Chicago looks like they have figured things out. I wouldn't put too much weight into how many goals they've been outscored at, because really a lot of it came from 2 games, and we've also seen the Blackhawks turn that corner in Game 1 of this series. So Chicago looks like they're going to get this done tonight, but again, I'm not on Chicago in this game. I still think San Jose's got some fight left in them. We're going to see tonight, but it's not the kind of game that I want to bet on. You could look at dog money with the Sharks. I want them to show me something before I put any money down. What I have looked at, though, is that the Sharks were getting tougher. Did you see that move? Did you watch Game 2, where with about 8 minutes left in the third period, lining up for the draw, and Joe Thornton just comes over there and gives Dave Bolin a big cross-check or big slash right across the arm right before the ref drops the puck? That was a nice move, that he's trying to get some physical toughness out of it. The top line for San Jose did not look good in Game 1. They were -6 combined. In Game 2, they looked a lot better, finally getting on the board. We all know the Pavelski line with Setaguchi too, line 2 for San Jose. They can show us something. If this team all of a sudden comes together, and if they can get some solid goaltending for Nabokov on the back end, we could all of a sudden see this series take a new turn with Sharks getting back in it. I lean towards the Sharks, but like I said, don't have an official play. The over-under between these two. San Jose has got 6 overs, 2 unders in its last 8 games. What is going to be the secret for the Sharks? Well, of course, they need their big-name scorers to score some goals. I think it's going to happen tonight. Antti Niemi has been impressive so far. 10-4 in the playoffs, 2.41 goals against average, and a .918 save percentage. You haven't quite fooled me just yet, Niemi. I think the Sharks score some goals tonight. I think the Blackhawks score some goals. I lean towards San Jose winning this game, but my official play is on the game to go over 5.5 goals Lay in the 120. Think that's a decent price for the over here. I think we could see 6 goals minimum in this matchup. So that's my play for today, guys. Hope you enjoy the hockey tonight. Hope you enjoy the daily line. Good luck with all your bets this weekend. NBA bettors, basketball bettors, baseball bettors. Have a good weekend. I'm Jarvis Symes signing off for the daily line. I'll see you next time.